How's it going, guys? With another video. Today we got movies that piss me off. Now, to be honest, I usually don't get pissed off by a lot of videos or even movies. But some of the sequels piss me off. Like, it's not needed. You're ruining the original movie. I think there was a couple movies in my past that I've watched that I was like, bro, you ruined the first one by doing this. I think it was, I forget specifically what it was. I think it was like Thor, Love and Thunder. The first couple of Thor movies, like the second one was pretty bad, but Ragnarok was really good, and then that Love and Thunder it tanked everything. It was just awful. Like, sequels to do that piss me off. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get straight into it.
When I'm watching movies, there's usually only three emotions I want to feel: fear, joy, or sadness. But sometimes when watching movies, there's a fourth emotion that sneaks up on you: anger. Whether it be characters in the movie, the ending of the movie, or just the plot, sometimes there's movies that just bring out the
Rise of Skywalker was so bad. It was like really okay, I shouldn't say it was really bad. I think that what they could have done with the movie made me pissed off. They had an opportunity to make a stormtrooper turn into a Jedi, and they didn't do that. Finn would I don't disagree with because there's not a lot of like women Jedi. So having that would makes certain people happier. But in my opinion, a stormtrooper turning to the Resistance, that would have been heat. That would have been so heat. That moment at the end of the movie where he was holding it, used the Force, and then it went to Rey. I was like, bro. I don't like the new movies, to be honest.
Rage in me. So I thought I'd go over some. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some movies that pissed me off. I'm sweating just thinking about it. And in the end, I'll go over the movie that angered me more than any of them. And the first movie that comes to mind is Dragon Ball Evolution. And honestly, most live action adaptations are one of those things that always fascinated me as a kid. But now, I can't stand the sight of it.
Honestly, I know the only movie that I've seen that was really good for live action was How to Train Your Dragon. That was a good movie. I like how they kind of just stuck with the original story. The actors weren't that bad. They weren't extremely popular actors, which I did like, because I feel like a lot of movies nowadays, when they're live action adaptations, it's just actors that have been in millions of things that is just not a good fit for that specific character. I'd rather than pick a character that's really strongly, connecting to that person, that you can see them actually representing that character, rather than just some Olivia Rodrigo or some Jason Tatum as Toothless or something. This is it's better actors for those specific people because it connects,
Something about the show or video game or book you love coming to life was just so cool. I still remember Googling pictures of Pokemon in real life, especially Gardevoir. But the movie that broke this fantasy for me was the worst live adaptation movie ever: Dragon Ball Evolution. I got a lot of comments telling me to go over this, and I think it's because y'all knew how I would feel about it. If you don't know this movie, this is the live adaptation of my favorite anime of all time, Dragon Ball Z. And this movie is so I'm not usually a hard critic, but I mean it. This movie is terrible. I've never seen a movie get so many things from its original source wrong. And don't think I'm one of those nitpicking dudes obsessing over.
I don't like it when people, there might be a good adaptation of a live action of a movie that turns into a live action, and people are like, wow, he didn't have the correct amount of chest hairs from the game. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I know people hated on Sonic when it first got released, but that was an understandable, disgusting creature. What the heck was that? But now the movies aren't that bad. They're a little kiddish. I wish they were a little bit more I know the games were for kids, but I feel like the comedy's pretty bad. It's mainly for kids. Obviously, it's for kids, but I would like it to be a little bit more, a little darker, in my opinion. The shadow game, I would like that to be an adaptation. I feel like the ending of Sonic 3 was really good, though. It was really good. That was one of the best probably the second best live action adaptation of a video game. Mario movie wasn't that bad. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked.
For small details, Goku's undershirt is actually a lighter blue. No, this movie got major things wrong. Instead of Goku being this Saiyan warrior monkey boy that everyone knows him as, in this movie, he's a high school student. a white American teenage high school student. Come on, bro. Goku's supposed to be fighting androids and flamboyant aliens, not school bullies and quiet kids. And it doesn't just end at Goku being a high schooler, no. They also got him following this fugazi karate kid with 2002 Spider-Man storyline. It even got its own Uncle Ben scene and everything. I wish I was making this stuff up, but I'm not. What pisses me off the most about this is, did they even try, like, at all? I would say they got some messed up AI summary of the movie, but this dropped 16 years ago. So this means the dudes behind this film looked over at the Dragon Ball manga and anime DVDs sitting on their desk and said, F it. Let's read a quick summary on Wikipedia and do it off the dome. And the crazy thing is, Dragon Ball is so popular, you don't even really gotta know Dragon Ball to see how bad it is either. We can do straight visual. Look at Goku in the show, now look at him in the movie. Goku's teacher in the show, now look at him in the movie. Goku's signature move, you know, the Kamehameha, everyone knows it. In the show, now look at it in the movie. Why is it blue air? They even did one of the coolest villains in the entire series dirty. Piccolo in the show? Now, that's not Piccolo, bro. They made him light skinned. How y'all gonna make the one green dude a light skin? This movie just hurts as a fan. How you gonna give the most popular anime of all time one of the worst rated movies ever? But that's how it is for most live action adaptations, sadly. They all suck. Most of the
Until Dawn was actually like not that bad. I watched it. I mean, I didn't play the game, to be fair. So I can't, I have no opinion of that because I didn't play the game, but it was not a bad movie. It was pretty dark.
Disney one's trash. The anime ones like Death Note, trash. The Sonic movie, nah, it was good. I can't lie. And then the one I have at second worst, the Avatar movie.
Oh my God, this was so bad. This was like one of the worst. It was like, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna pull up the video. There was this like clip of like 10 earthbenders doing this huge like, you know, movement, like action or like a certain move. Did all this like for like 10 seconds, and a rock like this big just goes like this. Like, bruh. I will say that the new live action was pretty good. The newer one was really good.
Bro, this movie was cheeks. Who is Ong? But adaptations, they do piss me off, but it's more like a disappointment. A movie that bugs me a bit more than adaptations though is Friday the 13th. This is the first of these movies I'd say I'm a pretty big fan of. I mess with the game heavy, like heavy. I like the whole summer camp killer horror movie vibe. Like Sleepaway Camp and Fear Street 1978, those are some of my favorites. And of course, I love Jason. Honestly, all the killers from this franchise. Jason, Jason's mom, that one random dude, Jason X, I love them all. With all these positives, what could possibly be pissing me off? The characters. Except for a few exceptions, these dudes are not.
Yeah, so since I'm white, I can say this. White people in horror movies are some of the most stupid, idiotic, like, let's go into the chainsaw maze. Let's go into a corn maze at 3 a.m. with a killer chasing us that knows this with the like the back of their hand. Or do we go to our running car? I like the corn maze. Like, get your bitch ass out of here, bro. Like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Not only so easy to forget, but these dudes' decisions are so dang stupid. Jason's great at hunting people and stuff. I don't mean to discredit him, but they just be making it too easy for him. If they're not dying because of randomly going to take a piss in the woods, they're dying because they just can't keep it in their dang pants. I ain't saying I wouldn't want to do the same. I mean, I'm only human after. But there's a time and a place. They know they're at Camp Crystal Lake. It's also the way they go about it. Like, they'll be in the middle of the woods and hear a scream in the distance. What was that? I don't know. Take your top off to be safe. And this ain't just a Friday issue. This is a horror movie thing. Throw them up there too. Plenty of horror movies got plenty of characters making plenty of stupid decisions that just frustrate me. Saw got like 25 movies and they got at least one dummy in every one of them. No pun intended.
I will say, I will go on a little quick side tangent. When I was watching this movie called like Talk to Me, it really like, I mean, I wasn't really watching it, to be honest. I was kind of sidetracked to something else. But like when I watched it, I remember this specifically when, you know, they had the hand on for too long and they were supposed to take it off with a certain amount of time or else something that is going to happen. I'll just say that so I don't have to, you know, make no sense. But you're basically supposed to take it off so that some demon doesn't like possess you or something for the rest of your life. They see it like fucking with them and still on their hand, and they're just going, oh, that's not good. Like, bro, get in there and take it off, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Scream got people refusing to unmask the killer and trying to fit through doggy doors. Like, what are you doing? Same thing with The Ring. Hella dummies. And this one especially gets me mad, because who in their right mind is watching a cursed tape that kills you? Who? That just flat out ain't smart. And the sad part is, as much as I'm flaming these horror movie characters, some of y'all watching this will do the same things, especially when it comes to The Ring. If this tape dropped today, I know for a fact some of y'all watching this gonna be tapping in. And if you're saying it's not me, no, it's probably you, bro. It's probably you, don't lie to me. But no characters in a horror movie piss me off more than the parents from A Quiet Place. Oh my goodness. In a world where if you make noise, you die.
That was a good movie. I like those movies, actually, weirdly enough.
These two not only decided to have a baby, which is one, so irresponsible, they pretty much gave this baby a death sentence, and two, how did they manage to get down without making a noise? I need to know. But they also were the reason their other baby died. A lot of people like to blame the daughter for not noticing the kid take the batteries, which is fair, I guess. But me, I blame the parents for not watching their dang kid. You telling me they were watching?
That's fair. Like, be watching your kids. You always got to be. I mean, to be honest, the main reason why they weren't paying attention to the kid is because this other kid was sick. So a lot of their focus was on them. Parents aren't perfect. They're going to make mistakes. But especially at a time where you can't make noise at all, you can't make those mistakes. You cannot make those mistakes.
For how long and ain't looked back once and noticed a toy playing in this kid's hand? And why was the youngest in the back anyways? Well, what is this? Again, this is a world where you could die from making noise. Literally me going, my 20...
Literally, the first one was really good. The second one was really good. And the third one was so good. I loved, like, watching these two movies. But the third one was such a cool idea of just, like, taking all that. Because the first two movies were kind of in the country where there were just fields and just a couple houses. This was in the city. It just took that, like, aspect and put it in the city. It was just such a cool idea just to see how they would be if it was in New York City.
3 years on this earth would be over. You can slide with a little negligence in the real world, but in this one, nah. This is why I'm so passionate about telling y'all how I would survive these things, man. These dudes be stupid. But I digress, because like I said a while back ago, I can make a whole video on stupid decisions in horror movies. And now, before I go over the movie that pissed me off the most, I gotta talk about a type of movie that pisses us off as a collective. Musicals. I hate musicals. I know some people love them, but if you're asking me, 80% of them are terrible. Unless it's something made by old Disney or like Grease or something, they're butt. Especially nowadays. The new Joker movie, that movie was trash. Everything they were building in the first one, ruined. Same thing with the new Mean Girls movie. What a fall from grace. Just cause they sung Jingle Bell Rock in the first one doesn't mean you make the second one a musical. Wicked is another one, oh my. You know what? Just so the theater kids don't hit me with every slur in the book, I'm gonna just keep my opinion to myself. It was that! Like, obviously the songs were good. I mean, I would never listen to them again, but they were good. But even with good songs, I felt nothing watching this movie. I didn't like it.
I don't like musicals, to be honest. There's like a couple movies that I genuinely like. That are musicals. I'm not a big movie person. I'm not a big show person. There's like certain things that, you know, I've watched and I'm like, oh, that's not that bad. I wouldn't watch it again, but it's not that bad.
But I didn't hate it. It was just nothing, which might be worse. And then there's the new kid on the block, K-pop Demon Hunter.
I'm just gonna skip this part. This movie was so gas, so I'm not even gonna listen to this guy. I'm not even going to listen. I'm just gonna skip all of this. This movie was gas.
2009 movie, Brothers. Now, I need to say this before I start.
This movie was good, but it did piss me off too. It was the most like frustrating. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
I love this movie. The cast, the music, the plot, everything. The cast, please go watch it. I made my mom watch it the other day and she cried. Go watch it. But Derek, I thought this movie pissed you off. Oh, it does. If you've never seen this movie, we follow these two brothers who live two completely different lives. One being Sam, who's played by freaking Tobey Maguire, my boy. Best Spider-Man, no debate. Disagree, I'm smacking. And the other one being Tommy, who's...
I'm just gonna say this really quick. I'm not gonna end any debate. Tobey Maguire, really good Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield, really good Spider-Man. Tom Holland, I hate that fucking guy. It's not a true Spider-Man story. I'm waiting on Brand New Day, but I'm not gonna true, Spider-Man story from him at all.
Played by Jake Gyllenhaal. I told y'all about this cast. Like most brothers, Sam and Tommy may come from the same parents, but they're different. Sam is a Marine with a happy family. He's got a wife, Grace, aka Padme, aka Natalie Portman, two daughters, Isabel and Maggie, a house, he has a happy family. While Tommy Tommy is a bum. Nah, just kidding. Not really. I don't know if he's broke, but he is an ex-convict, so not off to a good start. Point is, Sam good, Tommy unemployed disappointment. But one day, Sam, being a Marine, has to go back on tour to Afghanistan, which I always thought it was silly how they called going back to literal enemy territory a tour. Like, that doesn't sound war related at all. That sounds fun. If my dad told me at 6 years old, son, I'm going on tour to Afghanistan, I might just sneak in his luggage. That sounds lit. That's not the point though. Point is, Sam has to go back in the field, and y'all know how war goes. Before even touching down, Sam's helicopter gets shot down and he is presumed dead. R.I.P. His family gets word of it, and obviously it hits them hard. His parents lost a son, Grace lost a husband, Tommy lost a brother, the two girls lost their father. I mean, even the people. We lost Spider-Man. Now you're probably like, what's there to get angry about, Derek? This is just sad. Well, after finding out about his brother's death, Tommy decides he has to step up and be there for his nieces. Being an alcoholic does in fact not pay bills. Aw, that's sweet. But while watching this positive shift in Tommy, I balled my fist a little because I had a feeling where this was going. It starts with Tommy visiting the girls while they make pancakes, then him getting his buddies to repaint their kitchen, then him helping set up Grace's birthday party, then him going ice skating with the girls, and then y'all see where this is going. Grace and Tommy start developing feelings for each other, and even kiss. Bro, this had me fuming on the first watch. Like, how could y'all do my boy Sam like this? Tommy, that is your brother. It's in the title. Now we're in diapers together and you're the younger one? You're making us look bad. And Grace, you are a grown woman falling in love with two brothers? What you think this is? The Summer I Turned Pretty? Yeah, I'm hip. I know that show. But Derek, can't you see that they're both grieving and found comfort in one another? And in Tommy's case, this loss was making him a better person. Are you really that immature you can't understand their situations? First of all, yes, I am that immature. Second of all, this isn't a mature.
I mean, like, they don't know. First of all, they don't know that he's like alive. If you guys don't know that, I don't know. Sorry for spoilers, but you can't move on that fast. First of all, like that's his brother. If it was okay, let's say this didn't take place right after. Let's say this is like they waited 5 years and then they did it. It would have been a little better, but not right after, because it's like you waited. It's like you waited.
Maturity issue. This is just wrong. I don't care that Grace is moving on or that Tommy is getting better. I like them. I'm happy for them. But does it have to be your brother's wife and your husband's brother? This is 2009, bro. Dating sites already existed. Anyone remember eHarmony? Yeah, one of my favorites. Why couldn't they just find somebody there? And third of all, which is the reason this whole debacle pissed me off even more, I ain't tell you this, but Sam survived the crash. Yeah, so the whole time Tommy and Grace were over here enjoying each other's company, going ice skating, sharing drinks, kissing, Sam was trying to survive being tortured mentally, physically. Bro, he even murked his friend under threat of his family being killed, and he didn't even know what was going on back home. To be fair, they only kissed once, but still, ignorance is bliss. Luckily for Sam, eventually the Marines retrieve him, but damage is already done. When he comes back home, Sam was not the same whatsoever. Like, in bed with the shoes on is crazy. And Sam, although going through all that mental torture in Afghanistan, still had his brain at 100% because he noticed what I noticed. He noticed that Tommy and Grace were getting along pretty well. So he confronts him in the most shocking way. Like, I can't even do it justice explaining it. Just watch.
Did you her?
Bro, this has me dead every time.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna rewatch it. Tommy ends up telling him no, he did not, which is actually the truth. They did not do anything besides kiss from what we saw. But he didn't tell him they did kiss, which still led to an issue. Because since he wasn't clear about this, a small part of Sam still felt like they were hiding something. I mean, their chemistry is undeniable. And
but I think they could have fixed this fixed this story by just saying, hey man, I didn't know, I'm sorry, you know, take her as much time as you need, but I'm just letting you know, like I was trying to be there for her and might have done something. We didn't have sex, but like we did kiss. I know you probably hate me, but I just wanted to get that out of the way because I wanted to be upfront with you. And that, like, he would have been pissed at him for a good, like, maybe a year and a half. Understood that he was trying to be a part of their life and, you know, help out. And then it would have been fine. But it didn't. Just watch.
And all this leads up to the most infamous scene in the movie. The birthday scene. Oh, the birthday scene.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
So after some feeling guilty and trying to re-enlist and getting rejected, and Sam acknowledging the shift in attitude and trying to get better, if you're wondering how bad his attitude got, he wasn't laughing at his daughter's corny jokes. I know, crazy. We get the birthday scene. My blood pressure's going up just remembering it. So everyone's chilling as they celebrate the youngest daughter's birthday, you know. Whole fam's there. Sam, his parents, Grace, Tommy, Tommy's girlfriend, who's clearly some form of cover-up, and the two daughters, Maggie, the birthday girl, and Isabel. So like I said, everyone's chilling, enjoying each other's company, until Isabel, for no reason, starts taking Maggie's doll. Sam tells her to stop, you know, it's kids doing kid stuff, so he just tells her to stop. But then Isabel takes another one of Maggie's dolls. So Sam tells her to stop again. But this time, Isabel didn't just sit there in silence. She starts saying, Maggie always gets everything, and I didn't get anything for my birthday last year. And you were in stupid Afghanistan. Ooh, my heart is thumping. But
that kid doesn't know, but they need to know. That's
it gets worse. Because little Isabel starts crying, and yo, shout out to the actress, by the way. She pisses me off, but love her. Little Isabel starts crying, so she grabs a balloon and just starts messing with it. You know, doing that annoying sound when you rub on it and squeeze it. Ugh. Just being a bad kid. Sam again tells her to stop, but she keeps going. At this point, doing it on purpose. So Sam has enough, pops the balloon, and this is where it all went downhill. This little girl is
okay, little aggressive, but was needed.
Isabel tells Sam, couldn't you just have stayed dead? Oh! Hold on, she continues. You're just mad Mom rather sleep with Uncle Tommy.
Isabel!
Mom and Uncle Tommy have sex all the time. Oh my days. This scene did something to me when I first watched it. Somehow, this little girl went from a character I ain't care about to oh my goodness, there goes the blood pressure. You know how painful that must have been for Sam to hear? He must have immediately thought, well, not only does my daughter not love me as a dad anymore, but she'd rather my brother be her dad. And oh yeah, my wife and brother betrayed me. Bro, I genuinely hated all three of them after this, especially Isabel. There was no need to do all that. Shout out to Bailey Madison. But Derek, she's just an angry kid. First of all, I don't care. And second of all, y'all don't understand yet, because I had even more reason to be mad when later that night, after a quiet car ride home, these used to be terrifying, we see Isabel and Grace talking in bed, and it's revealed that Isabel straight up lied, which is like, phew, I guess I don't hate Tommy and Grace. But you lied? That's more messed up than telling the quote-unquote truth, especially because this little lie leads to one of the saddest moments I think I've seen in any movie. Grace, after putting the kids to bed, walks in on Sam sitting in the living room, crowbar in hand, in silence. Sam walks into the kitchen and asks Grace if she knows what he did to get back to her.
No.
You know what I did? To f***ing you! And I hate this word because it's overused, but Sam just straight up starts crashing out, having a breakdown. Bringing up Grace sleeping with Tommy, which we know didn't happen. Still asking her, do you know what I did? Telling her how much he loves her. Not gonna lie, when I watched this, I teared up, y'all. This is sad. Tommy walks in and hugs him, which almost works until it doesn't. And while Sam is pressing Tommy for all the quote-unquote things he's done behind his back, he hears the cops outside and it gets sad. Sam goes out there and pretty much just tries to make the cops pack him up. Gun in hand, shooting in the air, telling them to do it. This was some sad stuff and intense. Tommy eventually tells the cops to cool it, and he uses the power of brotherly love to defuse the situation. Somehow. I'm sorry, but I can't help but say it. If Sam wasn't a war hero and he was a few shades darker, this movie's ending would have been darker. The movie ends with Sam being hospitalized and him and Tommy and Grace being in good graces and him telling Grace what he did to get back to her and the family. Kill his friend. Like I said, this movie pissed me off, but man, it's sad. And it's some heat. As much as I blame Isabel and Tommy and Grace, I know it's all stemming from the war, because that's what this movie's about, the consequences of war. So I hope this taught y'all that now.
Yeah, that low-key pissed me off. But if you guys did enjoy the video, you know, you want to see more, see Minecraft videos, see reaction videos, see any, you know, video games being played on this channel, let me know down in the comments down below. And as always,